Hey, break the law, become a lawyer. One state just made that possible. Forget running from the law. How about enforcing it? The California State Supreme Court granting illegal immigrant Sergio Garcia a law license, ruling his immigration status should have no bearing on his ability to practice law. So did they get this right? Attorney Ken Zimmerman doesn't think so, but Heather Hansen says, well, it might just be the right call. Let's start with you, Heather.
Well, listen, Charles, the question is whether or not it's legal, not whether or not we like it. Now, under the law in California, a law was recently passed that specifically said that illegal immigrants can, in fact, get their license to practice. Under that law, the court made the right decision.
Kent, I don't like it, and I hope it's not legal.
Oh, come on. The California Supreme Court and Governor Jerry Brown are totally out to lunch on this. As my wife would say, they're out to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Here's why. How is this guy going to take the oath of office and say he's going to uphold the laws of California when he's been breaking them every day for years and is going to continue to do that until he's legal? This guy needs to be legal before he can become a lawyer. And I'd just add, the U.S. Justice Department, not known as a bastion of conservatism, has already come out against this concept of having an illegal alien become a lawyer. It's not okay to use U.S. taxpayer money to help somebody like this who's here illegally get a license. He sounds like a nice guy. He's worked hard, but become legal, play by the rules, and then you can become a lawyer.
Heather? Well, that's not exactly fair, Charles, because the reality is this child was 17 years old when he was brought to the United States. He applied for a visa legally at that time, and for 19 years, his visa has been pending. What would you have him do? He went to high school, he went to college, he went to law school, he volunteered, he worked for an administrative judge. He got the highest recommendations from all of those people, and because we need federal immigration reform, his visa has been sitting for 19 years. I would ask, what else would you have him do?
Kent, what would you have him do?
There's lots of ways that he could make a living. I think it's admirable that he's gone to school, but he should play by the rules and become legal and then become a lawyer. Listen, what's next? Are we going to have illegal aliens become police officers? How about Border Patrol agents? That's nutty. Do we want to send the message to potential illegal immigrants? Listen, don't come here illegally, but if you happen to make it across the border, we're going to reward you. You can become a lawyer, and you're supposed to uphold the laws. Come on.
Heather, it does feel like, you know, in this whole debate, people come here illegally and they bring their kids, and then they use their kids as an excuse never to leave, and also that somehow the average American owes their family something. And I think it's weighing down on a lot of people. Hey, listen, everyone gives this kid credit for what he's done, but the idea that he can be a lawyer and not have legal status, it just doesn't connect.
Well, listen, I understand the discomfort with the idea, but the reality is more and more states are leaning towards this type of recognition of these illegal children. You know, you've got, I think, 15 states that allow them to have driver's license. I think you have around 15 states that allow them to get in-state tuition. So the reality is we have to do something with these children who are brought in illegally, who are now here, and whether or not we want to have them working or we want to have them out on the streets. You know, I understand the discomfort.
But not as a lawyer. Come on.
All right, guys. Hey, spirited, we loved it, but we got to go. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend, both. All right, first the snow and now the freeze as the death toll keeps mounting.
You see this? We're fixing to get into a pretty good gunfight.
Let's move! Let's really move! Let's go!